Hey guys, it's me Jem and welcome back to my channel. And I'm here today with another interesting topic. So today is July the 2nd and we are entering into the second half of 2019. Wow! So how are those New Year's resolutions coming? Me? Well, not so good. But anyway, we have a very interesting topic for today. We are going to talk about the good and bad about wedding photography. This vlog is going to be about photography, or wedding photography to be specific. So I've been shooting and filming weddings for almost 3 years now, and I kind of experience almost all that is good and bad about wedding photography. So this is for all of you out there who are thinking about getting into wedding photography. So I'm gonna give you a little idea of what you're getting yourself into, okay? I think I want to start with the bad first, okay? So let's begin this vlog. So first on the list of the bad side of wedding photography is the super early call times. The job of a wedding photographer is very demanding when it comes to punctuality. There are times when I have to wake up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. and I have to be at my venue at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. And sometimes I have 2 consecutive jobs, and sometimes I would finish very late on the first day and I have to be early on the second day. So sometimes I really don't get much sleep, like 1 hour or 2 hours sleep, and then it's off to the next one. So on to the next bad side of wedding photography is canceled bookings. You know, sometimes you meet up with a client and you thought that the deal was already closed and you're good with each other, and then suddenly out of the blue they back out, or they said that, hey, I want to back out of the deal because you know, we found a cheaper photographer. Or sometimes clients would go like, hey, my aunt or uncle called, they're gonna give us a photographer as a gift for our wedding, can I cancel our deal? If it happens only once or twice, it's okay, but if it happens often, you know, there's something already fishy about it. So when you get these same reasons over and over, you realize that it's not really the client you're talking to, but it could be another photographer that's trying to get an idea about your package so that they can offer a similar one, or they can offer something cheaper than yours. So it's really a waste of time, effort, and money to have a canceled booking. So the next bad side of wedding photography is sometimes you will get very hard to please clients. I mean, the type that no matter what you do, no matter how good your work is, they will always find something wrong in it. Sometimes they'll go through your photos and they'll be like, oh, where's a picture of this? Where's a picture of this? Why didn't you take a picture of this? So it's very important to have a clear and precise contract, because it's an agreement between you and the client that they will only receive this and this, and they shouldn't be looking for anything more than what is on the contract. There are times when you have to tell your photographer what they should photograph. Of course, the photographer has a list of everything they need to photograph, but sometimes you have to tell them exactly what you need to avoid conflict, or to avoid looking for anything that is not on the contract. Okay, so here's an example. Here in the Philippines, when you're photographing weddings, it's very important that you take a picture of the roast pig. I don't know why, but I get in trouble often because of this. I mean, they'd be like, you got all the pictures and you got all the moments, but then suddenly the mother or the grandmother goes like, oh, where's the picture of the roast pig? And at that point, sorry to say, but you're already in trouble. You know, it happens to me so often. I made it a priority to always have a picture of the roast pig. I know it's very important in weddings here in the Philippines, because most often the roast pig is a gift from the relatives abroad, and it's one of the first things they look for when they look at the pictures of the wedding. So on to the next bad side of wedding photography, it's the expensive equipment. So photographers here in the Philippines, they invest from about 30,000 to 100,000 pesos for equipment, cameras, lenses, drones, laptops, everything they need to give the best service to the clients. Of course, you can use cheap equipment when you're starting out, but as you're getting better and you're getting more pay, it's important to invest in better gear. And clients shouldn't be cheap with their wedding photographer. I mean, they spend so much money to give the best quality that they can. The next bad side of wedding photography is competition. Of course, everyone with a camera thinks they can shoot a wedding. Sometimes you'll find that the market is going to get very saturated. Best thing you can do is to keep learning and keep experimenting with new shots and keep trying new things in post-processing, and eventually, if you develop a style, no matter how many photographers are out there, if the client sees that your photos are very good, they will definitely book you. Let's move on to the good things about wedding photography. The first of all is the pay. Wedding photography is a very rewarding job. Good photographers could earn up to 30,000 up to 50,000 here in the Philippines. And the really good photographers here in the Philippines, the ones who do weddings for celebrities and other famous people, they can charge about from 100,000 to 200,000 pesos for their work. So if you have a good eye and you're really talented in taking pictures, wedding photography is a really good way to make a living. So the next good thing about wedding photography is the free travel. Photographers, videographers, they get invited by clients to go to beaches, mountains, the best hotels, and it's all for free, all at the expense of the client. So if you're really good at taking pictures, it's a great opportunity to travel for free. Just keep learning and improving, and eventually you'll find yourself being paid well and traveling for free. And I think it's a good enough motivation to be a great photographer. So another good thing about wedding photography is getting to know their clients and getting to know their love stories. So if you're into love stories, this is probably the job for you. It's very hard not to get carried away when you're photographing a wedding, because weddings are really beautiful. Even though you're just a guest or you're not really part of the family, but you can feel the emotion around you, and sometimes you'll find yourself crying as well. So it's really one of the most beautiful things about weddings is knowing the love story of the couple. So before we end this video, here's another good thing about wedding photography. If you do a really good job and the client absolutely loves your work, you'll find yourself a client for life. Not only a client, but also a friend. You'll get to photograph their kids' baptisms, birthdays, and their parents' birthdays, and possibly more referrals in the future. So your work does not end at the end of the wedding. So we've come to the end of another vlog, and if you're really interested in getting into wedding photography, just study it really hard and just keep improving and improving, and eventually you'll get to enjoy all the perks of being a wedding photographer or an event photographer in general. So I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something, and please don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you'll be notified if I have a new video. So till the next vlog, bye bye everyone.